Let's go to Chris Wallace.
Good evening. I'm Fox News. For the record, I decided the topics. Both campaigns have agreed the candidates will not shake hands at the beginning of tonight's debate. No interruptions, so you can focus on what the candidates have to say. Gentlemen, let's get going. Why are you right and your opponent wrong?
And we won the election, and we have Senate, we have White House, we have nominee. Good in every way. Good in every way. And by the way, the Democrats, they were stopped.
Well, first of all, we're in the middle of an election already. The election has already started.
All right. There aren't 100 million people with pre-existing conditions. So we have the Senate, we have a president.
He's elected to the next
During
election.
that, and the 100 million people, Joe, 180 million people, private health care that they're very happy with.
That's simply not true.
Well, you're certainly going to socialist. You're going to socialist medicine.
We're now into
open discussion.
It's not what you've said, and it's not what your party has said.
That is simply
your party
a lie.
doesn't say it. Your party wants to go socialist medicine.
My party is
and
me.
socialist
right
healthcare.
Now, I am
and
the
they're going to dominate
Party.
you, Joe. You know that. Not according to Harris.
Joe,
you've had 308,000. Tell me about this.
I'm happy to talk about this.
And if you were here, it wouldn't be 200. It would be 2 million people. You didn't want me to ban China.
All right, gentlemen,
which was heavily
Mr. President,
you would have been much later, Joe.
Mr. President,
much later.
Mr. President,
you're talking about 2 million people.
Mr. President, as a moderator, we are going to talk about COVID in the next segment, but go ahead.
And so the election is already begun.
You don't know it's on the ballot. Why is it on the ballot?
Because
why is it on the ballot? It's not on the ballot.
It's on the ballot in the court.
I don't think so.
In the court. Well,
there's nothing happening there.
Donald, would you just
you don't know her.
So, spent the last
because they want to give good health care.
If I may ask my question, sir.
Good health care.
Plan to replace Obamacare.
Of course I have.
Well,
I got rid of the individual mandate.
I'm going to give you an opportunity.
I got rid of the individual mandate, which was a big chunk of
Obamacare.
That is absolutely a big thing. That was the worst part of Obamacare.
Sir,
Chris, that was the worst part of Obamacare.
Let me ask my question.
Well, I'll ask Joe. The individual mandate aspect of Obamacare, I got rid of it.
I'd like you
and we will protect people with
President, I'm the moderator of this debate. Let me ask my question, and then you can answer.
Go ahead.
What is the Trump health care plan?
Well, nobody's done it. So we're cutting health care. All of the things that we've done, insulin. I give you an example. Insulin, buy drugs because they pay just a tiny fraction.
As I say, this is open discussion.
No,
let me ask you about.
This is big stuff.
Number one.
Joe, you agreed with Bernie Sanders, who's far left, on the manifesto, we call it. And that gives you socialized medicine.
Look, hey,
are you saying
I'm not going to listen to him. The fact of the matter is, I beat Bernie Sanders.
Not by much.
I beat him a whole hell of a lot. I'm here standing facing you, old buddy.
Pocahontas would have left 2 days early. You would have lost every primary.
All he knows how to do is
Super Tuesday. You got very lucky.
Here's the deal. Everybody knows he's a liar.
But you
I just want to make sure.
Joe, you're the liar.
I want to make sure.
You graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make sure.
Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be surprised.
You picked
You'd be surprised.
the wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time.
Listen, you agreed with Bernie Sanders to the manifesto.
The whole idea.
Let him.
There is no manifesto, number one.
Please let him speak, Mr.
Number
President.
two.
You just lost the left.
Number two.
You just lost the left.
Folks,
absolutely agree.
Folks, do you have any idea what this clown's doing?
They call it socialized medicine.
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what. No way.
No, I want to give them better health care at a much lower price because Obamacare is no good.
He doesn't know how to do that.
I've already fixed it.
He has never offered a plan.
I've already fixed it to an extent.
He has never done a single thing.
As you might know, but probably don't.
Gentlemen, you realize if you're both speaking at the same time.
And it's too expensive. Premiums are too high, and it doesn't work. So we do want to get rid of it. Chris, we want to get rid of it.
I understand it, sir, but I have to give you roughly equal.
How strongly you feel. Vote now.
You're going to pack the court?
Make sure you, in fact, let people know you're a senator. I'm not going to answer the question
because... Why would you answer that question?
The question is...
Radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe? Who's on your list?
Gentlemen, I think
this
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
We're not going to give a list.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man. He still doesn't have a plan.
Wrong.
In March, exactly
so
what we
wrong.
should be doing. Open schools, it cost a lot of money.
Because you
It's
didn't think I should
unrelated
have
to
closed
your
our country.
COVID.
No,
Wait a
sir,
minute.
it says-
President Trump did a phenomenal job.
I know how to get the job
Well, you didn't
done.
do very well in swine flu. H1N1. Chief of Staff said you were a
14,000.
disaster.
There was
A
no
very
economic recession.
Sir, you made a
far
there was no
lethal
recession.
disease,
You made
by
a
the way.
point. Let it
Say goodbye.
You would have lost far
How
more
many
people. Far
That is-
more people.
And
You would have been
And by the way,
months late.
your own,
You were
his
months behind me,
his
Joe.
own. What we trust is a scientist.
You don't
we
trust
Dr.
Johnson &
Fauci.
Johnson, Pfizer?
And
Okay,
by the way,
gentlemen,
They're going to be
this is
delivering
the
the
same
vaccine.
man
It's
who
all
told
set
you
up.
by Easter this would be gone away. This is the
That
same
was
man.
said sarcastically,
That was
and you
him.
know that. That was said sarcastically.
And so here's the. And by
I
the way,
spoke to the
and Fauci-
scientists that are in
and
charge.
By the way,
they will have
and
the vaccine very soon.
more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
So-
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? Done nothing.
Well, let's have this debate.
And if
We'll
you
see
would have
who's-
had, let me
You have to
tell
provide
that
them
to Nancy
plastic.
Pelosi.
Well, he's just shush for a minute.
Tell it to
The-
Nancy
the-
Pelosi and Schumer,
by the
Brian
way,
Chuck.
well, I mean,
Nah.
literally, think about it.
You probably
All right,
play
think
more than
about
I
it.
do, Joe.
What about this question of reopenings and the fact?
Well, he wants to shut down this country,
Oh.
and I want to keep it open. And we
You
did a
ju-
great
he
thing
just
by
admitted
shutting
he
it
shut
down.
it down.
Wait a minute,
Let
Joe.
him
Let me
finish,
shut
sir.
you down for a second.
All right.
On
I
November
I want to
3rd.
move on to another
Because
subject.
it's a
I want to move
political
on to another
thing.
I gotta
subject.
respond to that.
I
But
wanna
those
move-
states,
gentlemen, I
those
wanna move
states
on to
are
another
not
subject.
doing well that are shut
Which
down
is
right
gotta
now.
respond to that.
Wants
President
to shut
Trump,
down the
you
whole
have
country.
begun questioning
No, I think
the
masks are
efficacy
okay.
of
You have to
masks.
understand, if you look, I mean, I have a mask right here. I'm 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say
Vice President Biden.
It matters.
And they've also
It
said the
matters.
opposite. They've also
And
said the
no,
opposite.
no serious person said the opposite.
They've
No
also said, well, look
serious
at
I wanna
Dr.
ask you-
Fauci. Dr. Fauci said the
He
opposite.
did
I
not
want
say
to
the
ask you, we
opposite.
got a
Said
little
very
bit more than a
strongly,
minute left in this
masks
segment.
are not good. People want to hear what I have to say. I mean,
But are you
you've
not
done a
worried
great
about it
job
spreading
as a
disease?
president. We use airports.
Are you not
hangars,
worried
and
about
we
the
have a
disease
lot of
issues,
people.
sir?
Well, so far we have had no problem whatsoever.
He's not worried about the people out there breathing in one another.
We've had no
or
negative
cheek to
effect.
jowl. No negative effect.
We've
Come
had
on.
no negative effect.
This guy paid
Well,
a total of $750 in
wrong.
taxes.
Any
Sir,
millions.
wait, no, sir, it's
It's
just
the wrong state.
Yeah, I understand.
They want to get back to their lives.
People
They'll
want
be
to be
careful,
safe.
but they want their schools open.
People want
I'm
to
the
be
one that
safe.
brought back football.
Show us your tax
I paid
returns.
$38 million, $27 million.
Show us your tax
one year.
returns.
Sir, I'm
Great
asking you a
company.
specific question, which
But
is.
let me tell you-
I understand all of that.
Release your
I
tax
understand all of
return.
that.
But let me-
No, Mr. President.
Go ahead.
I'm-
And you'll get to
When?
see it. But let me just
Inshallah?
tell you. But why didn't you
Ask
do it
him.
over
No,
the
no,
last
no,
25
wait, no,
years?
Because you
Why
weren't
didn't
president.
you do it over
Because
the
you
last
weren't
25
president
years? No,
screwing
no,
things
no.
up.
You were a senator. And
You're
by
the
way,
worst
you were a
president
vice-
America has ever had.
Hey,
Come
Joe,
on,
let me-
billions of dollars.
Why didn't you do it
Billions
before
of
when you were
dollars.
vice president with Obama?
Because you, in fact, passed that. That was
Right.
your
I got
tax
it-
proposal.
I got it done. And you know what happened?
You got it done.
Our economy boomed
And
like it's never boomed
The
before.
economy
Well,
is
Mr.
busted.
President,
Let me finish.
And plenty
Half
of companies that are already here, they'll leave for
hardly
other
any companies
places.
have
They will
already
leave,
here.
and you will have a
Have it.
depression, the likes of which you've never seen.
Look,
it wasn't
he blew
booming.
it. He blew it.
wasn't booming. It was the weakest recovery
sir, is it
since
fair to- wait, is it fair to-
1929. Excuse
Number
me,
one.
Chris. Wait.
Number two.
Chris.
Number three.
They said it would take. No, you were number two. Chris. It would
This
take a
guy,
miracle.
we
Part
did
of
not
my
regret-
standard fare.
I'm the guy that
He
brought
totally
back the
gave up on
automobile
manufacturing.
industry.
The best year they've ever had.
That is not
Many
true.
car companies came in
Never.
from Germany, from Japan, went to Michigan, went to
no,
Ohio.
they're not having that.
And they
Mr.
didn't
Vice-
come
wait,
in
wait,
with
wait,
you.
Trade deficit
China
with
ate
Mexico.
your lunch, down
All right, gentlemen,
18%.
in-
China ate your lunch, Joe, and no wonder your son goes in and he takes out billions of dollars. Takes out billions of dollars to manage. He makes millions of dollars. And also,
Simply
while
not
we're at it,
true.
why is
Simply
it,
not.
just out of curiosity, the mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million.
is
What
not
did he
true.
do to deserve it?
That
What
is
did he do with Burisma
none
to
of that-
deserve
Wait, wait,
$183,000?
None
You've
of
asked
that
your
is
question,
true.
let him answer it.
Really? He
Totally
didn't get
But no,
$3.5
hey,
million?
Mr. President.
Well, wait, he
Let's
didn't
talk-
get
No, no.
$3.5 million, Joe? $3.5 million. Oh, really?
Mr.
Oh.
President,
But
please.
now-
It's a fact.
Well,
There's- it
you
is
have
not a
raised an
fact.
issue. Let the
It's been
Vice
totally
President answer.
discredited.
Did
There was a
Burisma pay him
report.
$183,000 a month with
With-
no
with-
experience in energy?
Mr.
Look,
President,
I think he did.
and
Mr.
the only
President,
guy that
let
did
him answer.
something Discredited.
By who?
By the
By the
media,
media,
by our
because they refuse to
allies,
talk
by the
about it
World
because they're
Bank, by
embarrassed.
by everyone has discredited. Matter of fact, even the people who
please stop.
testified.
So let me
under
ask you
oath,
this,
under-
Joe.
under
No,
oath,
go ahead, Mr. I'm listening to
even
you.
People under,
You got $3.5 million from
testified-
Moscow.
I
Oh,
did
really?
it
I'd like to know who
honorably.
they are.
Well, I'll give you the list of the
fire
people who
them.
testified.
No, go ahead, sir.
Sure, you've already fired most of them because they did a good
Because
job.
Some people don't
well,
do a good
here's
job.
the-
With you,
Go
they
ahead.
said
You get
here's
the,
the
wait a minute. You get the final word, Mr.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown.
No, Mr. President.
$3.5
Mr.
million,
President.
Joe.
That is simply
Why did
not
he
true.
deserve $3.5 million
It
from
did-
Moscow?
Look, his family's
My
already.
family,
No, let him go.
my family
already
lost
wrote
a fortune by coming down and helping
Go
us
ahead.
with
Go ahead,
government.
sir.
And that's such a.
they're right
That's
here.
it, Mr.
That's such a
Every
great.
single one of them lost
This
a
is not
fortune
about
President.
my
coming and
family or
helping
his
us with
family. It's
government.
about your family,
They
the
didn't
American
collect
people.
$3.5 million
He
for
doesn't.
nothing.
That's not
Then
about
you
you.
should
All right,
Not
that's the end of the
Shouldn't
segment.
have
We're,
taken the money.
we're moving on.
He didn't take them.
Well,
Vice
it's a very-
President,
but Chris,
no,
can I be honest? It's a very important
Try to be
question.
honest.
He stood up.
No,
He stood up.
the answer to
and
the
he
question is
threatened
no.
Ukraine.
No, sir.
With $1 billion,
Sir,
if you
that
get rid
is
of
absolutely
You know what?
not
Stop.
true.
Tape
You're
doing it.
You're going to
Not
have
tape.
True.
Gentlemen.
What is peaceful protest? When they run through the middle of a town
President Trump,
and burn down your
President Trump,
stores and kill people all
President
over
Trump,
the place,
that
and you
is
say
not
peaceful
peaceful.
protest?
President
No,
Trump,
it's
I'm not
not, but
asking-
you say it is.
I did
President
not
Trump, I'd
say
like to
And
continue.
what I'm even seeing now.
Oh, my
But the
Lord.
reason
This
is
is
that
ridiculous.
the Democrats that run these
Absolutely
cities
ridiculous.
don't.
Violent
and you
crime,
still haven't mentioned.
violent
Are you in
crime.
favor of law and order?
I'm in favor of law. You follow
Are you
it
in
and a
favor
little
of
bit
law and order? Go
yes,
ahead,
I'm
say
a
it.
favor.
You
Everybody's
asked a
in favor
question,
of
let him finish.
Law
He
and order.
loses
Law
left.
and
No,
order.
let him.
Watch.
Went down much more
he
than
had-
ours.
All right,
When
we're
he
down.
is
You're,
president of
Mr.
the
President, you're going
United
to.
States of America.
We
Mr.
were
President,
breaking every record in the
Mr.
book.
President, you're going to be very happy because
And
we're
the
now going to
places
talk about law and order.
Places we had,
We would
our
run it
suburbs
the
would
way-
be gone. By the way,
Suburbs.
problems like you've
He
never
wouldn't
seen.
know a suburb unless he took a wrong turn.
Oh, I know suburbs.
He would not.
So much
I was
better.
raised.
Go ahead, wait a minute.
I was
So much
raised in the suburbs. This is not 1950. All these dog whistles and racism don't work anymore. Being
That's
engaged
not what
in
they're
private-
talking about, Chris. That's not what they're talking about. He's talking about defunding the police.
That is not true.
He doesn't have any law
Would you-
support.
look,
He has no law enforcement
That's not
support.
true.
Almost
That's
nothing.
not time to do
No,
anything.
think
All right.
about it.
Look,
Name one
folks,
law enforcement group.
Look, here-
oh, really?
here-
oh, really?
Here's the
Well,
thing.
I sent in the
wait, I
U.S.
asked him a
Marshals
question.
to get the killer
No,
of the young man in the middle of the street. They shot him, and for 3 days,
President Trump,
Portland
President
wouldn't
Trump,
do anything. I
these
had to send in
interruptions-
the U.S. Marshals.
President
They
Trump
took care of it.
criticized-
I have to answer his
No,
statement.
you have
His statement.
repeatedly.
Wait,
you have
just one
repeated. No,
second.
you've been talking
He
back
made
and
a
forth.
statement.
I'm asking you.
I would love to
you know,
end it.
sir.
I would love to end it, and
You
we
know, if
would
you want to
very-
switch seats, are you willing to condemn white supremacists and say they need to stand down?
I want to see
Well,
peace.
then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Sure,
Are you
I'm willing
prepared to
do that,
specifically
but
do it?
Well,
I
go
would
ahead,
say, do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name. Go ahead.
supremacists and
Who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White
Proud Boys.
supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by
His
wing
own-
problem.
his
This
own
is a left wing.
FBI director
This
said
is a
the
left
threat
wing
of
Go ahead,
problem.
let-
white organization.
Oh, you gotta be
not
kidding.
malicious. That's what
Oh, really?
his
It's an idea.
FBI,
Okay.
FBI director
Gentlemen,
said.
Well,
we're
then
gonna-
you know what?
No,
He's
no,
wrong.
we're done, sir. We're moving on to the next. We're
Everybody
moving.
gives
When
you
a bat
advice
hits
in
you
your
over the head, that's
administration.
not an idea.
Everybody in
Antifa
your
is bad.
administration tells you the truth has a bad idea.
Can I tell you what?
You have no ideas. that are-
Antifa, there was unity going to happen. People were calling me for the first time. Your son got
No,
$3.5 million.
And by the way,
Mr. President,
my son,
wait a minute. Why don't you observe what your campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay, sir?
he never keeps his word. Can
Because-
you add back, sir?
No,
He's
I'm
a
not
person
asking.
that's
That was
not
a rhetorical question.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking about
like
Hunter?
hell.
Are you talking about
I'm
Hunter?
talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're
I
talking
don't
about.
know. I don't know. In Moscow
That is simply
and various
not
other places,
true.
he
My
made
son,
a fortune.
My son.
And he didn't have a job.
My son.
Why
I'm
was he
proud of
given
my
tens
son.
of millions
All
of
right.
But he
dollars?
wasn't given
All right.
tens of
He
millions
was
of
given
dollars. That
tens
is
of
totally.
millions of
That's
dollars.
totally
President Trump,
discredited.
you've already been
Totally discredited.
I'm going to make a
I know, but when
judgment call
somebody
here.
gets $3.5 million
Okay, right.
from the
Let's
mayor
talk
of
about-
Moscow,
let's talk
That is
about-
I
not
think
true.
it's a terrible
That
thing.
report is totally
Why did he get
discredited.
it?
I'd like to talk about climate change.
So would I.
Okay.
Stop tearing down the forest. Good
100
paying
trillion.
jobs.
Let him finish, sir.
He doesn't know how to do that.
$100
They-
billion.
He has an answer for hurricanes. He said maybe we should drop a nuclear weapon on them. They may.
I never said that
That's
at all.
what he did say.
You made it up. You make up a
We're global warming.
47 years. You were vice president. Why didn't you get the world $100 trillion?
That is not
$20
my
billion?
plan.
That's
The Green
well,
New
you want to
Deal
rebuild every
is
building.
not my plan.
You want to rebuild every.
If he knew anything about, if he knew
Gentlemen,
anything
he made a
about
statement about
that is
what
not
he
true.
did.
Sir, you're done in this segment.
He called the military
Mr. Vice President,
stupid bastards.
I
and he
did
said
not
it on
say
tape.
that.
He said
Mr.
stupid bastards.
Please,
He
sir,
said it.
stop.
I would never
I
say
would
that
Play
to the
it.
military.
Play it. No, I don't support the Green
Oh,
New Deal.
you don't? Oh, well, that's a
You
big
let-
statement.
I
that
support
means you
the
just
Biden-
lost the radical left.
I
Done.
support
you
the
don't.
Biden plan. There is no.
This is not.
There is no.
This is not
evidence of
going to
that.
end well.
There is
Okay.
no
This
evidence
is
of that.
not going
Vice
to
President
end well.
Biden.
He's just afraid of counting the votes because he knows
You're
the
wrong.
outcome.
You're wrong.
No, I want to continue with you on
I
this,
love
Vice
counting the
President
vote.
Biden. because
Chris, he's so wrong when he makes
in
a
fact,
statement
no,
like that.
excuse me.
Excuse me, Chris,
no,
when you
I
have
a final,
80 million ballots
gentlemen, I have a final
sent in
question.
and swamping the system,
you've
already
all
there's
right.
been
So now,
fraud,
Mail
deception.
service delivers
wait a minute, gentlemen. In the
185
final
million
question
pieces of
is,
mail a day.
in
80
8
ballots.
states, we can keep talking. In 8
it's a
states,
disgrace.
election workers are prohibited.
And I'll tell you what,
does that
from
mean?
a common
Not go along?
sense,
Does that mean
I'll
you're going
tell
to
you
tell
what
your
it means.
people to take to the
It means you
street?
have a fraudulent election. You're
And what are
sending
you
out
gonna do?
80
And
million
what would you
ballots.
do
They're
about that?
not equipped to.
That somehow it's a fraudulent process.
It's already been established. Take a look at Carolyn Maloney's race.
I
in
asked
Manhattan.
you had an opportunity
Look
to
at Carolyn.
respond.
I want to
in
see an
fact-
honest
Okay,
ballot count.
Gentlemen,
We-
you say that's the end of
Chris,
it? This is the
I
end
wanna
of this
see
debate?
An honest ballot count.
We're
And I
going to
think
leave
he
it
does
there.
too.
Trump, Vice President Biden. The next debate will be 1 week from tomorrow. We hope you watch. Until then.
Well, it is hard to know where to start.
2 days later.